chicken kelaguin. The best chicken kelaguin hands down is made with chicken that you've barbecued, but today I'm going to go ahead and bake this in my oven. I've lined a large cookie sheet with 2 sheets of heavy-duty aluminum foil, my chicken on top, and then I'm going to cover it with 2 more sheets of foil. And I do that because as the chicken cooks, it's going to release a lot of moisture, a lot of liquid, a lot of chicken water, and I don't want it to spill out all over the place. So roll it and secure it tightly. You have to be careful when you take this out of the oven. It gets really heavy and you've got all that water, moisture moving around in there. Just work your way around. I like using the big cookie sheet because I can get plenty of chicken on there. If you didn't notice, I'm using only the leg quarters, which is the thigh attached to a drumstick. I will bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 2.5 hours. Now, normally you don't have to cook your chicken all the way through, but one of the things I like about chicken kelaguin is if I cook the chicken entirely, I can take the skin off, debone it, and then leave it in the fridge and chop it up the next day. So it's up to you. If you're going to mix it with the salt and the lemon, you can cook it partially, 1.5 hours to 2 hours, but if you're going to mix it up the next day, then I would cook it all the way through. While the chicken is baking, I wanted to show you how to get your green onions ready. You have to wash the inside because sometimes they'll have dirt in there. So just get a knife and slice it in half. Slice each stalk in half. A couple more. Sharp knife, right? Well, sometimes they won't have any dirt, but sometimes they will. So you need to rinse it out. Open up the green onions. Slide your finger through the cut sides. Thyme. Cut off the ends of your onions and discard. When I get to the white parts, I like to slice them in half so they're not so big. A little bit, and then when dicing your onions for kelaguin, you want to get it a really fine dice. So the easiest way I found, that way you're not mincing all day, is to first cut your onion in half. So I already peeled it, skinned 1/2, and sliced off the one end, and then cut horizontally as thin as you can get it. I know, watch my fingers, knock on wood. Okay, then you're going to make perpendicular slices from top to bottom. And again, as close as you can get it. That way now you might say put it in the food processor, but it's not the same. It's too fine and mushy when you put onions in the food processor. Anyways, and then you're going to make cuts from top to bottom very thinly. I've got my fingers spread all around because I've cut so much into the onion already. If I don't hold it, a certain way, it's going to fan open. And if you look, it's pretty fine already. Just going to cut the end here. Set this aside. And then I normally just run through it a bit. Alright, so to cut your chicken for the kelaguen, see I've deboned it and taken the skin off. Just put a bunch down. Sharp knife helps here. And go across. And then turn it. And down again. Put a bunch down. One direction. Turn it. Well, the chicken is still warm. You can cut it warm or cold, but if it's warm, it's pretty moist. As you can see here. Okay. Don't put your chicken in the food processor. It makes it too fine. In my bowl, I've got my chopped chicken, and this is half of the recipe in A Taste of Guam. So instead of 16 cups of chicken, this is 8 cups. Add your yellow onions. Again, remember I halved it, so it's 1 cup of yellow onions, green onions, ½ cup, get a teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of lemon powder, ½ cup of water, no, 1/4 cup of water. Normally when, you know, Chamoros make their kelaguen, we don't measure, but because I've met a lot of people who love our kelaguen, and for those who've never made it and want to make it, I find the measurements, it's much better to have measurements for someone who's not used to making kelaguen. So, alright, let me add some donne, thanks to my friend Melanie. I have a whole gigundous jar. And I don't want pica or hot hands, so I'm going to keep stirring this with a spoon. And you can taste it, see how you like it, if you want it more hot or not. I will add some freshly grated coconut, but not until we're ready to eat. When you add coconut to your kelaguen, it'll spoil faster, even if you put it in the fridge. So I usually just add it to the amount we're going to eat, and that way it lasts longer. Try not to stir or, you know, press against the chicken. Just pick it up, let it fold. I like my kelaguen on the lemony side, so be sure to taste your meat and see how you like it. Oh, that looks very hot. Alright, well there you go. Chicken kelaguen.